Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I know it is very weird to see this face on a Tuesday night, but welcome to a special edition of NXT 2.0 Breakdown with your boy, the franchise, and that guy right there to the right, Throwback. What is up, my brother?
What's good, bud? How you doing? I got
Oh,
spoiled. I have you with me 2 weeks in a row.
I
That's
know,
awesome.
and this time
And,
I'm
and
at
I,
home.
yeah, and I want to say this much, right? That show last week with you and Parrish, I learned more about wrestling just talking to you guys than anything. And by the way, our boy Parrish, congratulations on winning those tag team titles, man. You deserve it.
Shout out to your boy Paris, the new champ. All right. So, man, NXT 2.0, man. I mean, I got to tell you, I don't watch the show. And I think that I might start watching the show because tonight,
Oh,
gang warfare. I mean, wow, so much in such a little time. Let's talk about it.
overall show was really good. NXT shows are stacking up against each other. If this NXT, where it's just based off of it, was going against AEW originally, a lot more people would probably still watch AEW, but a lot more people I think would be more interested in NXT because of the way they're going from the ground up. And having people like Walter, Strong, you know, Tony D'Angelo doing a freaking
My
oh,
God.
that was awesome. And then Cameron Grimes and just having all these mix and matches, Escobar and Breaker. I'm starting to slowly enjoy Breaker's work, but again, I'm one of those people that I'd rather wait and see where it goes because we're just skimming, to quote, basically you're just getting the polish, the rock off the diamond right now. So we'll see what happens, but it was overall a good show.
I mean, honestly, there were so many things that could have been done to advance the show previously, but now, I mean, let's call it what it is, man. They're rocking, they're killing it. Like the simple fact that you got the Dusty Classic. Okay, now the way they brought the Dusty Classic about was it was kind of like a secondary thing for them to bring it up. Like the teams and the brackets were just made like today. Like the women's bracket hasn't even started yet. But the matches that we had in the brackets and the storylines that they're building, like with MSK being like the former last year winners, and then them going on to win the NXT tag team titles. So they brought MXK back and they put them in a match against they're wrestling Jacket Time in the first round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like the name Jacket Time. It sounds stupid, but quite honestly, I mean, anytime you have Kushida in the ring, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Um,
It's worth paying attention to.
Ike Manjiro is decent. I like him as a wrestler, but the whole jacket thing is kind of stupid. But I see the way NXT is trying to bring their, I mean, they're trying to bring their own flavor to a WWE product. So it's like, hey, Triple H built this gritty, hard nosed, in your face wrestling product, and Vince took it over, and now it's a sports entertainment product. But there's still a little bit of wrestling there. I mean,
Yeah, it's actually good.
we didn't see we didn't see anybody really from NXT 1.0
Hmm.
tonight except for Roderick Strong. Um, it was it was basically a 2.0 centric show. A lot of new stars were made, like Jefferson Nofe and his partner. I can't think of the guy's name. Malik Blade.
Hmm.
Who would have expected that they would go and they would advance to the next round of the Dusty Classic?
After the fact that Elgato Dan Phantasma literally was talking shit the whole time.
They came up to him. They're like, "Yeah,
Oh,
we'll see you in the semifinals. Those guys aren't going to make it. Don't worry about those guys." And those guys fucking won. Pretty awesome.
I think MSK is going to win it still. I think it's going to be the Creed brothers and MSK, and it's going to be one of those barn burner matches that everybody's going to talk about for years. It's going to be very physical match and technical, which is great because you don't see many tag teams nowadays other than, like, for me, FTR, that's literally bare bones hardcore, but they're very methodical and tactical. And I think that as a final for the Dusty Classic will be one of those classic matches. I'm going to talk about something later, but I literally enjoyed, the Creed brothers match. This match, the upset match, I was just like, wow, it was really good. The the ending was interesting because they are setting something up also. They're setting Escobar and Breaker. So I mean, I get that. And you're putting over another tag team over Phantasma. But where is this going to go from this point is what I want to know. Because, you have the Creed brothers. They're going to put, when these people meet up with MSK, they're going to go forward. So, I mean, yeah, they get their moment in the sun, but then what's next? Because if you're going to push this team that just beat El Gato Fantasma, where are you going to bring them next after MSK wins? I know I'm
Okay,
being
so
presumptuous, but still.
oh no, no. I know you're saying MSK is going to win. By them being the former champ, by them being the former Dusty Club Classic winners, you kind of expect that. You know what I mean? You're kind of like they have a good chance of making it to the finals. So I completely understand that. I'm 1000% behind you on your prediction. Um, but the Creed brothers showed up and showed out tonight. Brooks and
Mm,
Jensen, two big slobber knockers. They're in my opinion. Um, Remember the Hardliners, Dick Murdoch and Dirty Dick Slater?
yeah.
Okay, they're a new version of that. They're not
I was
as
gonna go one
refined.
up. I was gonna go attitude error with that. I was gonna say they're the version of the APA where they
No,
literally just hurt these guys like physically. Just it's awesome to see the physicality with this team.
I was going to
It's
say that they
interesting.
are in that sense, kind of the new version of that, but they're not ready. I mean, I don't see them as being um that refined yet. So that's why I gave them the hardliners because the hardliners didn't care about winning matches. They just wanted to beat the shit out of people. And Brooks and Jensen, like they're two big dudes that like to fight. That's awesome.
Mhm.
I just think that give them a little more seasoning, and I can see them getting elevated. They made a remark a couple weeks ago that NXT had the best tag team division in the WWE. That might be true, considering the tag team division in WWE fucking sucks.
It's
But I wouldn't
weak.
go so far as to say that they're the best tag team division. I mean, Legado del Fantasma, those two guys are awesome. MSK, as annoying as they are, they're really good.
Mm.
The Creed brothers, they remind me of a young Rick Steiner and Mike Rotunda varsity club. But then you got Imperium. Imperium, I gotta say this, man. Fabian Eichner showed out a couple weeks ago and became a star in my book. So Imperium being the NXT Tag Team Champions, whatever, whatnot, they are the pinnacle of tag team wrestling in AEW. I mean, in NXT right now.
I agree, but also I can see then going rickshaw and bringing the UK titles, like going after both of them and try to make something different. I don't know if they would ever consider unifying both of their brands titles and make them like a global thing. That would be interesting because the only reason why I'm bringing it up is you have three of Imperium's members coming over from Europe. So, I mean, one of these days they're going to have them go back and stuff. And it would be interesting to bring the NXT UK
Well,
titles
okay, let's do
against.
this. Shh. We don't want to say NXT UK because if Nick Khan hears NXT UK, he's going to say, "I don't see them on my line order here. Let's delete them." Then you're going to lose out on NXT UK. I mean,
Yeah.
they have NXT UK is the only brand in the whole WWE that has not had anybody released other than the speaking out movement people, but they haven't had anybody else released, which is great. I mean, that brand is there, so leave them alone. Don't mention it.
Yeah. But I could see like something like that where they just have both titles at a takeover just going after each other for fun. I think what's next is that they did mention in commentary that is Walter the weak one because he doesn't have gold, which is kind of me hinting that they're thinking possibly of giving Walter the NXT title in the future, which would
No
make
doubt.
sense.
No
Would
doubt.
make
They were
perfect
giving these belts are
sense.
crazy.
Would make perfect sense. And then you have to figure out who is going to take that belt off of him eventually. Um, I as much as he has the we mentioned NXT UK, I think Dragunov would probably be the good choice to try to do, having a rubber match out of the 3 matches. That would be one of those matches, but we'll see what happens. But you're right, Imperium is pretty much the standard for tag teams. I think not only in NXT and WWE, but I think possibly all over the world, because the way they are, how tactical they are, so their matches tell a story in itself, like how they set it up and everything. It's just fun to watch.
I mean, you can say that. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that. Um, but I don't think the WWE gives too much credence on tag team wrestling right now. So the fact that NXT has a very good, thriving tag team division, if you put too much emphasis on it, it's gonna crumble. That's just the way they've always been.
I think WWE right now is looking at NXT for tag teams as just like a playing ground to see
Mhm.
where it could go in the future. Obviously, Vince doesn't like main Ross tag teams that much. So, I mean, a good example, you don't see many of the standard tag teams that you used to on there. I mean, you get the New Day, the Usos, etc., but there's not really, new up and coming tag teams that you have to pay attention to that could take the belts from one of these guys in the main roster. And right now, NXT is the playing ground for tag teams. So I'm just enjoying it. I love tag team wrestling. I love wrestling in general, but I love how two people banter off each other, kind of like what we're doing, and just enjoy every second of it.
I'm totally down with it, man. I love the fact that like NXT is starting to become something other than the laughing stock of professional wrestling. I mean, NXT to me was the Sin Veer. It was like Veer is coming. NXT is good. No, it's not. Well, they're slowly starting to change my mind. Doesn't
I
mean I
the
watch it
op-
every week.
the opening segment too is interesting because LA Knight comes out and just, Grayson Waller, obviously being Grayson Waller, as him being a royal pain in the ass, it just making Loomis is the idea opponent to set that matchup. But they're going to meet up eventually at some point. But that insurance policy, holy crap, that's one big dude.
Well, before we go there, let's talk about this restraining order. Okay,
The
Grayson
joke of
Waller comes
restraining
out,
orders.
or as I say, Grayson Waller comes out with this restraining order, and he says, "You can't be within 50 feet of me. The entranceway is 25 feet." So he's already violated it. He's already going to jail. You know what I mean? But he goes on and he says that these 2 hours of NXT were almost better than 3 hours of Raw. Shout out to my boy Chemical Julian. And that's true. It was better than 3 hours of Raw. Trust me. Like I had more enjoyment watching this 2 hours of NXT than I've watched any of the fucking Raw and storylines. Julian, they have storylines on
Yeah.
NXT. Can you believe it?
I mean,
Crazy.
the D'Angelo funeral,
Well,
this,
wait. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to this opening segment.
yeah,
So we get Grayson Waller making a decision, and he made the decision after the commercial break. Obviously, um, he ends up facing Dexter Loomis. So that still kind of like didn't bring up the fact that there was a restraining order on him, and we don't know why there was a restraining order on him. I mean, we know LA Knight came back and beat him up. Whatever. That happens in wrestling. That's fucking pro wrestling. I mean, you don't want to be outside in the NXT parking lot because that's the most dangerous place in the world right now. People getting kidnapped, people getting carjacked, people getting ran over by cars out there. Like, you don't want to be in that parking lot. That's
heads
not the
being
safest
slammed
place.
in doors and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So he has a restraining order. So he chooses either to tear up the restraining order. And that's, you know what? Let me tell you something. You can tear up a restraining order. Who cares? It's a piece of paper. The police, on the other hand, will enforce the restraining order, but if you tear it up, they're not going to throw you in jail for tearing it up. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I think that part is stupid, but whatever. So he ends up wrestling Dexter Lumis, and they have a pretty decent match. Grayson Waller is not as bad as he has been shown to be. The match was quite enjoyable. Dexter Lumis was gonna get him a submission. He got to the corner, he got to the ropes, he got out of the ropes. He basically bitched his way out of this match. But the thing that really turned everything around was the fact that there was a huge man. I mean, not like Omos huge, because Omos is just so big.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Look at that. It's not even a Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast After Dark. We're already getting naughty over here. Yeah, but he was a big dude, and what people didn't realize is that man was Veer's very first tag team partner.
Damn.
So the question that begs to be asked is this: will he show up on Raw before Veer? I'm just saying.
Oh my god! It's like Where's Waldo right now.
It is like Where's Waldo. So Grayson Waller wins, and Grayson Waller calls him his insurance policy. So I love the fact that NXT is giving you all these surprises. Last week, Waller versus AJ Styles, the return of LA Knight, and now this.
Now, before we keep going, do you think AJ will come back in NXT? Because it seemed like they were hinting at, Tommaso and him going at it in NXT almost.
That would be pretty good. I mean, AJ just wants to work, and he wants some good work. So don't put him in like another storyline. That's gonna be hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Didn't Veer's tag partner get fired for giving away the finish of the Keith Lee match? Yes, that is the word on the street. Not confirmed. I don't know if that's a 100% actual factual fact, but there was a situation where he tweeted out the winner of that unification match 2 weeks before it aired on TV. So yeah. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is my co-host with the most, Mr. Chemical Julian, the mixologist of professional wrestling, in the chat right now. Yeah. So let's talk about the next match, or the next segment, rather. Do you remember what the next segment was?
I'm like going through my head right now. It's literally like 10:30 here. There's so much to digest today. It's just like, it's insane.
Well, the next segment had to do with Mandy Rose and the NXT Women's Championship, and the fact that they announced that over in Saudi Arabia, they're going to have Elimination Chamber in February 12th, as a matter of fact.
Nuts.
Or February 11th, I believe.
How the hell are you going to bring that huge ass cage all the way over there?
I mean, they did last year. They had the cage over
there. Oh, God. WWE, what are you doing? I almost said WWF for a second.
You don't want to do that. The World Wildlife Foundation would be very pissed off if you did that.
Yes.
So they start, like I said, they start talking about the highlights of they start talking about the NXT Dusty Classic after the Grayson Waller situation. So that brings the Creed brothers versus Briggs and Brooks, Brooks and Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Briggs and Jensen. Yeah, Briggs and Jensen.
They should change their name, and they should change their name from Briggs and Jensen to, like, I don't know, what was that, like, country band that had like the rapper in it, like what is it? To save a horse, ride a cowboy was like the song and stuff. I don't know, remember
I
that.
don't
That's
even
so
know.
long ago. But I could just see them
But
walking out with fake freaking ponies and stuff like that, like little kid
well,
ones.
they seem to have hooked up with Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter.
Mm,
The TikTok tag team is what I call them. The Creed brothers defeated the, let's call them Briggs and Jensen, to advance to the semifinals of the Dusty Classic Tag Team Tournament. After that, they're in the locker room and they're down. They're like depressed. They're all sad. And in comes Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter, and they invite them
mhm.
out for a drink. And
This is the best part of this whole segment.
yes, you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
All of a sudden, it's like he's like, well, yeah, I mean, I like you, but I mean, I don't like you. I mean, and you look up on top of the locker, and there's Wendy Chu.
Mhm.
She's just chilling, and she says,
She's just sitting there drinking a soda or whatever she's drinking,
"He
and she's like,
likes you."
"Yeah."
So they're bringing a little comedy into this whole thing. And she's in her pajamas, still chilling. And then after Jensen goes, well, I mean, I like you, but not like you, you know. And then they all walk off, and he's like, but wait. And then she's like sitting there drinking. She goes,
Mhm.
so fucking funny. That was the best part of the segment for me. Um, but to me, right now,
Give
the
me
Dusty Classic
more.
has likely predictable winners. You know, I mean, always the quarterfinals, people that you think are going to win are going to win. I mean, the way commentary was putting over the Creed brothers, they were like putting them over. Like before they even got in the ring, when they were out there taking off their jackets and shit, they were putting the Creed brothers over like they were like the next tag team on Raw or SmackDown.
Mhm.
So you knew they basically, to me, the commentators, they put over the Creed brothers before the match even ended. So I knew who was winning.
Yeah.
But it was a good
It,
match.
It was a really good physical match, both of them, and I enjoyed every second of it. Just to see these two teams go at it and go crazy, and the physicality of it was awesome. But
Yeah.
back to the last segment, give me more Windy Chew and make
Right?
it a lot more fun. Like have her pop up while she's talking to when someone's talking to Mandy Rose and be like, "You're gonna lose the title to somebody," and then all of a sudden they cut back and all of them are looking around or something like that. Just let her pop up, like kind of like one of those whack-a-moles, just come back up and then just come back down just for a moment. That was awesome. But yeah, this match was very physical, very fun. Um, it it's very great to see how far both of these teams are going, and they have a bright future and going ahead.
I think they do. And then the next segment, they did this video segment, and they basically put over Dante Chen. Now Dante Chen was the first Singapore national to become a professional wrestler in the WWE. He got hurt during training, hurt his knee, and he had a situation where he went back home, and his dad told him never to give up. This was a very sad segment because I can sympathize with him. It sucks. I can sympathize with him. He wanted to come back and be a strong wrestler and to do all those things for his dad. His dad passed away 2 years ago, right before he came back. Or his dad passed away 2 months ago. I'm sorry. So losing a parent sucks.
I can
I lost
contest to that.
I lost my mom, and now the last Riot tour that I'm on right now, the OIWA North American Championship, every match is dedicated to her. And it gave me that will to have great matches and fight through pain and to bust my ass to make sure that all my matches are amazing in her honor. You know what I mean? So I can see that the WWE or NXT rather is giving Dante Chen the opportunity to do that. So tonight he faced Guru Raj, and it was a good match. Like
Hmm.
they came in, they start working. Um, but about 3 minutes into the match, maybe 3 minutes, Duke
Yeah.
Hudson comes out of nowhere and beats the piss out of both of them.
Yeah. I was kind of confused when he came in. I was just like, why is this happening when this match is so good?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need Hudson in to intervene in this match. Let these two go, and then afterwards, let Hudson do his thing. It doesn't make any sense because what are you gonna do? You're gonna set up another match down the line, which I could understand that, but it it doesn't interest me for the most part where you're just gonna have somebody come in the middle of the match, and really, like you said, a really good match, and which is really surprising because of the fact that this is like a return match, and usually not many return matches go like insanely good. And for me, just Hudson showing up and interrupting, it kind of just blew the wind out of the sails in that part.
I think it ruined it. It ruined it in the sense that the WWE just did this full package, this full video package, putting this guy over about his return to professional wrestling after an injury. Like that's to me, that's one of those feel good moments. When they're putting it over and it's like, hey, this guy's coming back, and he was injured, but now he's fought against all the odds and blah blah blah, and you get them all hyped up, and then Duke Hudson comes out of nowhere and attacks both of them. Like, what the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Now it has people wondering what's next, what's going to happen. And Hudson looks in the camera and says he's back. Like, what is he going to
Okay.
do?
Yeah, like, okay, you're back.
Yeah, like you have people in this show making their claims to what they're going to do next. And Hudson's like, I'm back. And I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do?
I mean, honestly, look, let's put it this way. Chin still has a lot to learn in the ring. I don't understand why they highlighted him so big if they're just going to bring Hudson back to attack and to both of them. And quite honestly, Hudson's a talented guy. He can help NXT 2.0, excel. But this was the most unnecessary segment on the whole show. Like this totally was a waste of 5 minutes of TV time just to bring Duke Hudson back. It made no sense. But what did make sense was your boy Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo, ladies and gentlemen. Tony D'Angelo had a memorial service for one Pete Dunne. Oh man,
WWE pulling out the tricks out of the old playbook for a little bit.
It was funny because he came out there and he's like, yeah, Tony, what do you call him? Tony Two Toes? Yeah, Tony Two Toes. Yeah, he got beat up so bad that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this a closed casket. Yeah, closed casket. So he takes the crowbar and puts the crowbar on top of the casket.
Yeah. Puts the flowers right a little higher than that too.
Exactly. It was pretty funny. But then out of nowhere, your boy Carmelo Hayes. Well, let me backtrack. So he says, I got done doing all the dirty work. I put this guy in the ground, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But now I think I want a little bit of gold. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and what's that thing called? The North American Championship. Yeah, I'm gonna challenge for the North American title, right? So that brings out your boy Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love the fact that when they come out, the crowd starts chanting, "Whoop that trick, whoop that trick," and they did it throughout the whole segment. He came out. Carmelo Hayes basically says, yo, man, you need to mind your business. And my business is this NXT North American Championship. So keep my name and my business out your mouth. And D'Angelo was like, yo, I mean, I want to fight you.
Well, also he said D'Angelo, he's like, we were teams at one point because, both
no,
of them
he
were
goes,
saying,
I thought we were friends. He's like, friends. Nah, more like teammates.
Yeah, and he's like, this is just strictly business.
Yeah, but it's not personal, it's business.
But I think what made it is that the other half of it made sense. Like, you have Grimes show up and say, hey, I'm the one who said I want the shot, and now we got a match for next week.
Well, basically Grimes comes out and says, Yo, man, I made a challenge last week, and wait, first he insults him. He says, "Yo, man, Tony's rent a car says I may have dinged your car." And Trick Williams like, "Hey, man, we bought that car, man. We bought that car. Don't we own that car?"
Mm-hmm.
First off, why do two dudes have to own a car together? That doesn't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, no, it don't.
But yeah, they're playing the chicken shit heel, arrogant like group, like clique, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Carmelo Hayes is good on the mic by himself, and Trick Williams he's extra, and I like that. He's like the stupid hype man in the back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like that.
Oh, he's Lilo
no,
with
no.
Lashley, but
He when he starts smacking Carmelo on the ass, looking at his ass, talking about Lashley, then we're gonna have a problem. Yeah.
yeah.
You never miss. Looking at his butt. Yeah, that wow. That's all I gotta say is
Details,
wow.
details. He's got the details down.
I mean, that's what Leo Rush was doing, you know. So then you got Carmelo, Carmelo Hayes says, "Hey man, why don't we do this then? Since you say I'm ducking you, why don't you fight and maybe I'll give you guys a title shot." So Grimes is like, "Yo, okay." And Tony D'Angelo takes a swing and Grimes ducks and grabs the picture of Dunn and
Yeah.
smashes it over D'Angelo's head. And it was so fast. And D'Angelo's just sitting on the ground, shaking his head, still with his hat on, which is awesome. Just shaking his head like shit.
Yeah. That I wanted to ask you this because I figured this is a good way to ask this. Excuse me. How come they're not in the Dusty Cup? I know Carmelo and Trick are like he's his hype man and stuff like that, but Trick is supposed to be really good. So why doesn't it make any sense that they're in the Dusty Cup together to get more gold? I mean,
That makes no sense at all to me.
yeah.
But it's NXT. I mean, it's NXT. So D'Angelo and Hayes, solid foundation in NXT, man. I gotta say, Tony D'Angelo started out as a meme, as a joke. That guy is taking that character and he has worked
Is
it.
riding it, yeah.
Oh my god. And
there's Tony D'Angelo stands out there. That's gonna be that's the fun part.
I'm all about Tony D'Angelo, man. I'm all about it. And he's a solid worker, which is great. Like he's not like the Wayne Bloom's son, Cal Bloom. I'm trying to think of what his gimmick name is. The Chemical Julian calls him the caveman. The one else with Kyle. Julian,
I can't think of it off the top
Julian
of
will
my
put
head.
in the chat in the chat in a minute. Anyway, when Julian puts in the chat, I'll remember. Anyway, I say that D'Angelo will continue to learn from the veterans, man. Fighting guys like Grimes would be great. And Grimes' gimmick is still over, man. I don't understand how he's so. He came out and the crowd was like, "To the moon," before he said anything.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody hated it originally when it was a heel back early when in the old NXT. Now everybody's just like going crazy over it. I think what also helped was DiBiase helping him out too, just like giving him that shine that people, because everybody respects Ted DiBiase. So I mean, it makes sense, but I think Grimes comes out of this next week, and I think you have at a takeover two well put athletes going at it.
I think that'll be great. I think we're gonna have some really good stuff on NXT, and it's weird that I'm saying that and it's coming out of my mouth, but I enjoy NXT more than I enjoy Raw.
That deserved a cough because that was literally shocking, but I agree.
And anyone that knows me knows that I really hate Raw because Raw is really awful wrestling. But NXT, I enjoyed the 2 hours. Like Julian said earlier, I've enjoyed the 2 hours of NXT over 3 hours of Raw.
Raw, if they went back to 2 hours, would be a lot more, easy. They're stretching out that show.
Oh,
I'm
liking.
let me
Let me give a shout out to my girl Nikita Lyons from the WWE. making great strides. She's an NXT superstar, and she's currently on 205 Live, and she is kicking all the ass. So shout out to my girl Nikita Lyons.
I I am probably in the minority saying that I want AJ as NXT champion at least once, because if he wants to do like the Undertaker role, like, Mark Calloway is basically saying, "Hey, you need to usher in like I did the next set of people," and Calloway would literally put people over left and right, but he would still keep that presence in while he's doing it. I could see AJ doing that. Now, NXT champion, I could see him do a short run, but I mean, eventually he would give it to somebody like Carmelo or something like that, just because, he would want to go to SmackDown or something like that. I'll predict in 2023 we're going to have a revisit of Reigns Styles and going into 2023, because that match was killer back then. But
I don't
in
know. I
NXT,
mean, I think AJ is done with the main roster. I mean, I would hope he is because, quite honestly, man, NXT is where he should be. He debuted on the main roster and he did his thing. He went out there and he busted all ass and he won the championship and all stuff like that. But then, like, look what happened. It just sucked the life out of him.
mm-hmm.
And Finn Balor. When Finn Balor went back down to NXT, that's when he had some of his best matches. But with them
And Joe
releasing so
too.
many people, yeah, Joe too, and with them releasing so many people, it's just like, dude, like this is why the roster sucks, and NXT is so much better for it because you got look, like for instance, the women's roster. Okay, we had some pretty decent matches on Raw and SmackDown between the women. That's a lie. They suck. Tonight we had Kaylee Ray versus Ivy
Mm-hmm.
Nile. Ivy Nile, she, in my opinion, is going to be fucking amazing. I mean, she's a little less green than Jade Cargill, but she's working, and she has the body. She has the body of a Adonis, man. She's got some big ass arms, and like she's still feminine, but she's like I would say
She's
she's
like
a
Natty.
not even natty. I'd say she's a young Beth
Beth.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I was gonna say Natty or Beth.
Like she even looks like Beth Phoenix. She has that passionate energy, you know, and she's gonna be killing it, bro. She's gonna be killing it. Um, so Kaylee Ray comes in, and of course she's obviously a favorite. Yeah, Chemical Julian said the same thing. Ivy Niles is like swole as fuck. Yes, that is true. She is.
I'm a huge Kaylee Ray fan. Like, I
Dude,
think
I was excited when she
she
came.
yeah, I think she's going to take the NXT women's title and not do
She
what she
doesn't,
did in the
then something's
UK,
wrong.
but pretty close to it.
Well, Ivy now quickly overwhelmed her, like just surprised her, bro. Like hit her with an enziguri, hit her with that leg drop DDT. Kaylee Ray was fighting back. She hit the KLR bomb. Um, this is the funny part for me. Mandy gets up on the apron. Kaylee goes to swing at her, and Mandy falls off the apron. Her foot got caught in the ring
In the
skirt, and she
ring.
took the bump off the apron, and she sat there, and I don't know what took it so long, but she sat there for like a minute, and Kaylee Ray stood there and looked at her, and it took Ivy now like a whole minute to grab her and give her the surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. Another shocking upset. Yes, Chemical Julian says it. Von Wagner was what I was thinking. Von Wagner. So Kaylee Ray gets rolled up by Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile gets a surprise roll up. So technically, Diamond Mine is 2-0 for the night.
Yeah.
Toxic Attraction comes in. They all three of them beat down Kaylee Ray. Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada run to the ring, slide in, and Indy Hartwell. I had high hopes for her when she was part of the Gargano way.
The way.
Yeah, but now I don't know what it is. She's showing her greenness. Is that even a word?
She's showing a lack of experience for the most part.
Yes, it was really bad, man. It was really, really bad. So I mean, it was weird.
It is funny because during this whole thing and when the whole brawl broke out, because I have Comcast, I'm using when I'm upstairs, I'll use the streaming app, and it cut out while this, and I'm like pressing it because I wanted to see what happened, and it comes back, all of them standing up on the ring, and I'm like, crap.
Yes, it was weird. Like I'm just saying, it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, and it took so long for the whole thing to happen that it kind of like slowed the momentum down for me. So in a sense, I was excited to see, um, Ivy and I'll get a win, and I was excited for the 6-man tag team match that you knew evidently was coming up, which is actually happening next week on the show. You knew that 6-man tag team match was going to happen, and
it also keeps both people strong in this match too, because it's that old saying that nobody loses in this whole thing. Both are going to win out of it. They kept Kaylee strong, and they make a new star out of everything. So I mean, it's worth it.
I mean, you're right. You're right. I mean, that's the way it looks to me. Like, it was an impressive showcase for Ivy. Now she looked great. Kaylee Ray, obviously the most experienced opponent, way better. She showcased her talents. She looked good. You know, she looks like she's ready to compete on the top. She's ready to be on Raw or SmackDown. She's ready to be on Raw or SmackDown. I'm saying it right now. She can give Charlotte and she can give Becky a run for their money. But it was one like of the multiple roll up attempts that they didn't need to happen tonight. Like the surprise roll ups, we don't need to see that all the time.
No, you could count that on a counter, and you'd just be like shocked how many times they do it.
Well, Simon Miller at World Culture did that, and it was ridiculous. Trust me. So one or two things happened tonight. Kaylee Ray could have won the match, and the match wouldn't even need to happen for her to get over. But Ivy Nile needed to win it to get that rub. And even though she got the rub on a surprise roll up, it didn't make Kaylee Ray look weak either, which was awesome. Both people have benefited from the match. Give it an A+.
Yeah, I think it was literally like it was an A, but it could have been a little better without like the best way I could say is it's like how the match you were talking about with Hudson showed up. It's the same way, but at least this one and had it all happen at the end of the match.
Yeah.
I think if these two people, if Ivy and Kaylee go at it again, I think it might be a classic. It could be a takeover classic if it's done right, but you never know what could happen. I mean, Kaylee could be in the Rumble and then turn around and beat Charlotte, and she end up trying to choose which 3 championships she wants to go after, which that would be an interesting setup for the Rumble, because that would get NXT on WrestleMania for night 1 or 2 to fill a match.
True, my friend. True. So then we go to a cute little video, and it was highlighting Saray, coming back from Japan. She's been gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the little video was kind of cool. It focused on her finding her way in Japan and finding her focus and finding, and now I guess she's coming back. And Vince, I really dislike the racial overtones that you get all the time in the WWE. Okay, she's Asian. We get it. Not all Asian families have to talk about sunstones and dragons and all this other, all this other bullshit.
Mythological aspects of the Japanese culture.
I know a lot of Asian people that don't own kimono dragons, that aren't ninjas, don't have some samurai powers and all this other stupid shit from a medallion. Why can't you just say she went home? She's refreshed. She's revitalized and rejuvenated, and she's ready to come back. Yeah, she's not like Ultraman or any bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like she's coming back, and she's got new energy. She's got new passion. She's got new focus. Simple. Less is more. And that's one of the things that NXT used to have. They had less sports entertainment, more wrestling.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
This right here is just a watered down version of Triple H's NXT. Some good, some bad. This right here was probably one of the bad because of the racist overtones. I swear to God, man, I don't understand that. But then we
have to be like they have to put the whole thing of making a point about somebody before.
Yeah.
Sorry about all the coughing. Before
okay.
they have to point that somebody's nationality or something like that. Look, Tony D'Angelo being Italian and all that stuff. It make them just wrestle, make them have fun. That's all. That's what it's about. That's what we love about it.
That's all it needs to be about. So then we have Legado del Fantasma laughing off the threat of Malik Blade and Edgerson Ofe, promising MSK that they're going to win the Dusty Classic. Braun Breaker out of nowhere comes in and gets interrupted by Santos Escobar, who says that he's coming after the NXT Championship. Julian said something earlier in a private text. He said, "Is Santos Escobar the new Andrade?"
Oh,
I think with the clique, with the little gang that he's built up, yeah. I mean, this is the one thing that I can say NXT is doing that AEW does. They have a bunch of factions. It's all about gang wars. It's all about gang warfare. I've been saying gang warfare for the last 5 months. The new Andrade.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's the new Andrade. Gang wars. So you got Legado del Fantasma. You got 3 guys and a woman. So they are all the demographic right there. A woman, 2 young dudes, and an older guy. Okay.
It almost seems like they're the Latino NWO, especially when they're showing up with that shirt.
They are the Latino Hurt Business. Or the Latino bloodline. Okay. So this match was pretty hot and heavy. I mean, well, when with Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, they look good all the time. Like they are a fucking good tag team. I mean, formerly DJZ and TNA or whatever it was. But Edgerson Ofe and Malik Blade surprised him. Had a really great match. But it took Braun Breaker grabbing. Okay. So this is where I got messed up. Shout out to Oscar Rodriguez. Hello, Oscar. This is where they got messed up. Legado del Fantasma was going for a tag team spot, and it took them a minute because Escobar got on the apron.
Yeah.
So Hornet, the referee, goes over to get him down after he already told him to go back to the back. So that tag team spot that they had worked out stopped. It was like, okay, let's stop the recording, rewind it, and then start over again. This is why Julian gonna get in trouble with his fiance. Electra Lopez is thicker than a day old cream of wheat.
Oh, God.
She is thicker than a Snicker, bro. She ain't a snack. She a whole meal.
Oh my God, what am I getting myself into?
This is why the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast are the bad boys of BaseSlam.net.
No, I'm enjoying every second of it, and like I said, I'm appreciating being a part of all this too.
Man, I'll tell you, look, you want to appreciate being part of something? Let's do this. Let's go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on this crazy edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Tuesday night NXT 2.0 with Throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julian said it's after 8 p.m., bro. That usually means Roundtable after dark, where we can say what we want to say and not get in trouble with the good old YouTube people. That's when the show gets spicy. So Malik Blade and Onofre win the match. They advance to the Dusty Classic. This was never more than like an angle. It wasn't. I mean, it was more important that Breaker go after Escobar, and that it was more important that Breaker and Escobar set their thing up than Legado del Fantasma being in the tournament. Like, honestly, they were like a side product or a side. They were the side chick of this match. How about that?
Oh boy, here we go. It's after dark. Why not?
Yeah, they were the side chick. They were the TikTok girlfriend. That's what it was. The Fade and the Blade. That should be their new tag team name, the Fade and the Blade. So yeah, I mean, it was a great match. But something else happened earlier in the day. Dakota Kai, for what they did a special video on Valentina Feroz and Yulisa Leon. They kind of put them over, and I love the fact that they're putting over these new young talent, and they're giving these guys video packages, and they're showing like, oh, this girl was a black belt in judo and taekwondo, and this girl was a boxer or an Olympic weightlifter, and all this. I love that they're putting them over as being athletes in their other athletic achievements, and then they were like, oh, by the way, they wrestle too. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's interesting because it's an interesting combination of athletic styles and stuff, judo, boxing, and stuff like that. And I want to see what happens because they're going to be in the Dusty Cup anyway. So let's see how it goes. But I think Dakota wants the Dusty Cup, but it's interesting to see how it's going to go.
Well, didn't she win it last year with Raquel Gonzalez, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so, pretty much. So I won't be surprised if they find somebody for her.
I was just thinking that too. So Dakota Kai comes in the middle of them, like they're getting an interview with Mackenzie Mitchell, and Dakota Kai interrupts him. So Simon Miller, if you're watching, that's another interruption for your interruption counter. So they interrupt him, and it's like you don't want friends. You don't want to be friends. The Dusty Cup breaks friends up. You don't want friends for this. You don't want friends for this. So that kind of set off their fight. So they announced that Dakota Kai was going to face Yulisa Leon in a match, and I'm not really interested in this match. It didn't really accomplish anything.
It didn't set up anything. It didn't push anything. It was just a match to fill up. This match, it equates to like a TV show where there's a filler episode kind of thing. It's just there. In anime, because obviously Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, it has an anime logo. It's just one of those things where it's just waiting to get to the next, series of things that are happening, or the next, phase of the show or something like that. It was okay. It just made Dakota strong and try to make them strong, but it didn't accomplish anything.
I mean, look, let's look at it this way, okay? They get this video footage. They make this big play to have this. They put these two women over, Leon and Ferreza, wherever. They put them over as potential threats to the Dusty Classic. These guys have what it takes to win the Dusty Classic. They're an established tag team. They're awesome. But then you got Dakota Kai come out and beat both of them up. So what did you do? You took Dakota Kai, you made her Superman. You made her John Cena. Because now she beat up a tag team in what almost became a handicap match tonight. Let me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if NXT is setting up a reveal that Dakota Kai has a tag team partner for the Classic or what. She really hasn't put over her new character yet of what she is. Is she Alexa Bliss?
Oh God, don't say that.
Like Alexa Bliss is crazy, Alexa Bliss is crazy. She's hearing voices and she's talking about a doll, and then you got Dakota Kai pulling out her hair, going crazy, looking like she's in a fucking 80s horror movie. I don't know.
It's the women's Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton.
Pretty much. But they put that over, and to me, this is just me speaking as a wrestler. They got buried. Those two girls got buried. That's what it looks like to me. So we go to a backstage segment. In this backstage segment, I got to tell you, if you're not following Malcolm Bivens on Twitter, you are missing out.
It's fun. It's fun as hell to see him tweet stuff. It's just really interesting.
The video that he posted with every breath I take, when they buried the cruiserweight title. It's so funny. I watched that video like 12 times back to back before I retweeted it. It was so funny. Malcolm Bivens is a genius at everything he does. So Bivens was backstage and he was like, yo, I don't care about Walter. I ain't scared of Walter. Ain't nobody scared of Walter. And then Walter walks up. He's like, hey man, so yeah, what I was saying was, my man ain't afraid of you. And Walter picks him up and puts him up against the locker. Straight up bullying.
Yeah.
And then
Roderick Strong just comes out of nowhere.
And he's like, put him down. And he just puts him down. So this reminds me of the Omos picking up Reggie and what's her name screaming, put him down. You put him down. And he just put
Caleb Braxton, right? That was
it was what's her name, the 24/7 champion. Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke. She's like, put him down. And he just like, okay, and puts him down. Same thing in Walter Day, he puts him down. And Walter straight up says, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. So they're set for the main event. Walter versus Roderick Strong. And I gotta tell you, I was excited for this.
Now, would you make it more interesting? I'm gonna do a 90s movie reference since we just passed the holidays. Wouldn't it make it interesting to just see like how the end of Home Alone, where they put Kevin up on the door sill and just leave him there until the guy hits him with the shovel?
That would be.
Wouldn't that be interesting to put Bivens on that part? And after Walter did it, and like Strong's trying to get him off of it, but it'd be interesting to make that like more poignant and make it more stressful.
True, it would be funny. So we get to the main event. We get to a backstage promo before the main event, and Walter, Marcel Bertel, and Fabian Aichner are all just chilling in the locker room. Walter walks in, and they're saying that their mission is to show that the mat is sacred. and Bivens, put over the Diamond Mine and how Roderick Strong was going to win. But Walter and his boys were in the locker room and they were speaking in 3 different languages. And the subtitles are always funny because if it's a live thing, how do you have subtitles?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But anyway, so they come to the ring, and this match was entertaining. I mean, brother.
It was insane, but you also forgot a segment too, where Cara Jade and Raquel and Cara's like, "I'm
no,
gonna
I
get her
didn't
to be
forget.
my
I didn't forget
partner."
that segment. I didn't forget that segment. I glanced over that segment because it was stupid.
But it
Like,
made a point that they're gonna be in the cup.
They're going to be
anyways.
partners. They're probably going to friggin' win too. They're probably going to win the tournament, and it was so flippant that's the way they're booking it. Like, there's a storyline within a storyline. I'm big Mama Cool. I'm Big Mamacita Cool. Okay, so she's Kevin Nash of the NXT now.
Yeah.
And Cora Jade is the cute little skateboarder who's so cute that she's just cute. So she's what, the Shawn Michaels of NXT, the woman Shawn Michaels. So now you got big Mamacita Cool, and you got
Avril Lavigne kind of thing walking around.
Yeah, So that right there, Julian just made a comment earlier, but their tag team name should be Side Hustle, because neither one of them got anything going for them right now, and it looks like this is just their side hustle. All what's her name? Raquel Gonzalez does is flex her back. Okay, she's got a big back, big fucking deal. Guess what? I got a big back too. That's it. She's big. And then you got Cora Jade, who's plucky and cute, and I ride a skateboard. So she's like, well, I like you, but stay out of my way. Okay. So if you really want to get technical about it, this is Drake Maverick and Killian Dane all over again.
Mm-hmm.
The female version of Drake Maverick and Killian Dane all over again.
Yep.
So they are going to be my pick to win the Dusty Classic. Just saying.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's gonna be Catanzaro and Carter.
God, no.
But I think it's because they would set up something for the tag titles because they're well overdue for something like that. But who knows? I mean, you probably are going to be right the way everything is so predictable. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the bracket's set up where, Catanzaro and Carter are on one side and they're on the other. So, I mean,
you know what? You just said something really cute.
Oh,
I'll put it out there. You said that's very predictable, and I'm probably right. Because you see, I am the predictions champion of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I don't lose predictions, and I understand that. Before we get to this main event, let's talk about what you got laying on that table right there. Nice segue, by
the way. I got the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls World Championship right here. I said it in private, and it's sitting here right now.
Speaking of in private, we got a new member joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. He just recently won a tag team championship of the world. Let's bring in your boy Parrish. What up, my man? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Where's the goal, brother? Where's the goal?
Oh, you think I didn't have it?
I was about to say, this podcast is full of champions, bro. I mean, I got 5 belts in my trophy case right here. You got one right there, and I'm gonna take this one off this dude right here. So
I got another one up in my other room.
So Throwback. Let's talk about this championship that you got on your shoulder, man. What's it all about, and what we're gonna be doing to get that? How can I put that in my trophy case?
I don't know. Parrish might have to say something considering the brackets are going to be redone soon, and him and Spencer still have to have a match. The way it's going to go is that we're doing the rebracketing and stuff like that just because it's a lot easier. WrestleMania is going to be the end of all of Be-All shows. They're winner of the Royal Rumble Pick'em, which conclude Parrish or anybody from any place, will get an opportunity at the championship at night 2 of WrestleMania against whoever makes it through the tournament.
So what you're saying is, when I win the Rumble, I gotta face either Parrish or whoever else is on the list to become the champion.
Yeah, you have. It's a long list. You have. There's a match I'm trying to set up, and hopefully I can work it out. It'd be Rob Wilkins. It all depends because Dennis Farrell of Wrestling Perspective is in this tournament, but he is a little busy right now, so we'll see. And there's a bunch of other people. Maggie's in the tournament. That would be an awesome matchup right there. The three of you and Maggie.
Well, here I'm gonna lay the gauntlet down right now. 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from 2 weeks from now, we have this. We have the Royal Rumble. So this is what I propose. I will bring Chemical Julian, and I'll bring Shane Husky, the man in the chair. Us three. You pick three. You pick any three. I don't care if it's Rob Wilkins. I like Rob. I don't care if it's Rob. I don't give a damn if it's Sean Ross Sapp. I don't care if it's Alex McCarthy. Saeed Niangi. SP3. I don't care who it is. You bring them. Your three versus my three. Predictions warfare. 6-man tag team. The winning team get the top, either the top, the first three, or the last, or the winning team got the last 3 picks in the Rumble.
Nice.
The losing team has the first 3.
Well, me being the proprietor of this belt, I am obligated not to be a part of it because of the fact that.
Don't chicken
but out. No, I'll be a part of it, but I'll be a 4th entry just as part of bodyslam.net and the round table. I'll make my predictions with you guys and
perfect.
We'll make it fun. But the 3 that I'll pick, I will pick 3 individual people from different podcasts because, well, why not make fun? And I might as well ask the one who just won his tag team titles. Parrish, are you in?
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Okay.
Like
So there's
I
one.
Like Parrish. You're all right, man. You're all right. I don't care what that guy was saying about you when you were on the show. You all right.
Do you know that I'm actually in a Royal Rumble on that day of the Royal Rumble too?
Wow. So you better win twice.
Oh my God. It's going to be a busy day. I got like 3 streams and a Rumble to be in.
I can't hang out with losers, man. So you got to win.
And I'm probably defending the tag title.
And then I have 2 other ideas. One might be busy because of obligations, but I'll put it out there. And I want somebody who is one of the originals of Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. He is also the member of Love Wrestling with Parrish. Pluggo, get your ass here. You said everybody can outpick you, so everybody can not outpick you. So why don't you put your money where your mouth is?
Let's go. I mean, let's go, bro. Let's do it. I'm calling him out. I got no fear.
And then I'll figure out the other one and we'll get it going. But yeah, it'll be fun. I have an idea who I can get, but I'll ask privately and stuff like that and ask a couple of people. And
hey man, don't be bringing in no ringers, okay? You can't be like, oh man, I don't know who I can get. And all of a sudden you got like Sean Ross Sapp. No, you can't be doing that, bro. you gotta
take him on though.
Well, I mean, I'm not scared of nobody. I'll take on anybody.
Do you want me to record that part and put it out there and tag him into that?
I will take on anyone, any place, anytime. Predictions warfare. Anyone. I don't care who it is. I will take you on. Get Louis Dangor. That guy couldn't predict shit. Get him on there. I'll take him on too.
I'll work on it. I will work on it. I have 2 weeks to get that last person if Pluggo doesn't go in there.
Boom. That's right. The Swami in the squared circle, baby. Yep. That's
well,
I
mean, you do also realize that Parrish is a Love Wrestling champion in his own right. So
look, I'm gonna tell you something about Parrish.
Reigning
okay?
Love Wrestling champion, which is based on
Parrish.
A prediction show. I held that thing all summer long.
I'm gonna tell you something, Parrish. You're a champion like me.
Man, I called Luke Harper returning when he last returned in WWE.
You gotta go, bro. You gotta go, bro. Okay, I like you. I like you. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Where's my wallet at?
We're wheeling and dealing here on the NXT show.
Check it out.
I mean, franchise. Imagine if you and I teamed up.
That's what I'm proposing,
We'd be
man.
the power trip.
I'm proposing. Look. You can join the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Wow.
You can join the team. You
I
can
mean,
join the team because see, you got more gold in the pawn shop. I own the pawn shop. Let's make it happen.
I mean, the best cookie is the one with the black and the white. Is the Oreo?
That's right,
right?
Oreo, baby.
So we all
God.
Be
help me.
the cream filling in our Oreo, bro. I mean,
you don't got to tell me to be the cream, all right?
It's already 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We can talk like
I am
this.
feeling.
Be the cream filling in my Oreo, my friend. Me, you, and my boy Chemical Julian. That's right.
Oh God!
Oh.
Anytime I can see the three of you guys on a show, I will be entertained forever.
All day, twice on Sunday, man. And speaking of twice on Sunday, just saying, all you gotta do is join the winning team. Because you know what? And you know what we'll do this. This is what we do. When we win the championship, we'll just share it. I'll be like, bro, this is your belt for the month. This is my belt for
You
the
know
month.
you're gonna have to mail the thing, right?
Yeah, I don't. You know,
Hey, when
And
you're
he's
the
in
champ,
Canada.
money's no issue.
I do not care. It's worth me sending it up to him. That's right. That's how teams work. Can we coexist?
By the way,
The dirty C word.
Parrish, I think you've seen this belt, but on the side ones, there's a microphone on each side, and the original first icon or whatever you want to call it of where the first show started, May 26th. We're 2 years in, so 2020. It had from a game I play and it's a Dragon Ball. It says legendary character incoming, and it had Vegito and Gogeta blue on it. So the belt has both of them on this belt. If you're an anime fan, come and get it.
Yep,
That's
I've
what I'm
watched
saying.
0 hours of Pokemon, so I have no
My
idea.
daughter's
what
the
you're
anime
talking
person in this house. She'll talk about anime all fucking night, and I'll be
I
looking
mean,
at
I
her like,
watched
what are
the
you talking about?
Jetsons and the Flintstones.
Yeah, I know Robotech and Voltron.
Dragon Ball.
I know Dragon Ball. Yeah.
F is for family is pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get back to this main event because this main event was humping. This main event was the shit. Walter beat the holy piss out of Roderick Strong, and Roderick Strong beat the holy piss out of Walter. It was a fight. Look, Roderick Strong gave Walter a chop, and all I could say to myself was, "Please, God, don't do that." Because as soon as he did it, Walter turned around and chopped him so hard. Dude took
Roddy
a bump
has
on his
good
ass and
chops,
just stood
though.
there.
Roddy has some good chops.
Mhm.
Dude, he
That
chopped.
was
He
definitely-
chopped Walter, left a handprint.
Oh yeah. Do you
I
not
look
remember
back and I was
Daniel
like, oh.
Bryan's first that Saudi Royal Rumble? Where he came
Mhm.
back and Roddy's in there and he just absolutely tattooed Daniel Bryan's chest. It's
Man.
terrific.
I don't want to fight that guy.
Roddy's a badass, man. Roddy's a badass.
Yeah, it was a legit good match, man. And you had Walter. Walter came away with the pin. But after Walter came away with the pin, just like Walter promised, the Imperium tag team, the three men of Imperium beat down Roderick Strong. And then came the rest of Diamond Mine. Now I've been saying this on the podcast for weeks and weeks. Everyone knows that, even on AEW, Kyle O'Reilly said it. Hey man, the way things are going now, everybody needs to be in a faction. Gang warfare has broke out in AEW, and now it has broke out in NXT. Gang warfare, Imperium versus Diamond Mine. We're talking gang warfare. I am here for it.
Give me this match. Give me it. Just have the Creed brothers and Strong go against Imperium. That would be insane. I'm forward to that.
What is the Walter's girlfriend's name?
I don't know.
Ginny?
What was it?
Isn't he dating Ginny now?
Yes, Ginny, right? Imagine if Ginny came and joined Imperium.
Oh
And
God.
then they have Ginny and the boys in
I don't want to
Imperium
imagine if
versus
Ginny
Diamond
came because
Mine.
then Walter would be on me.
Right? Yeah, but think about it. You have Ginny and the boys of Imperium versus versus Diamond Mine with Ivy Nile. Bro. Gang warfare, intergender gang warfare. Walter took the mic when they announced him. Walter made a quick announcement concerning. He was like, "The WWE has officially changed its name to Gunther, so he's no longer Walter. He's Gunther." I don't like that.
Well, wait though. I mean, a guy like Walter though, and if he changes his name, like he'll make it work. Like it's the same as when Tommy N came in and everybody got so butthurt about Aleister Black, and then Aleister Black became just an extension of Tommy N.
No, I mean, I like the whole like name change, but to name
It just
him
makes no
Gunther,
sense now. The timing, it
you
just
should
makes
do
no
that.
sense.
You should do that right in the beginning. You know, my name is Walter, but tonight they changed my name to Gunther. Okay, and that's the way you end the show. You know, so Walter's name is Gunther. He's in WWE full time. He's going to be NXT full time. So you can expect to see Walter in the Rumble. I think Imperium will be in the Rumble. I don't think they have 30 men on the damn roster, the main roster.
Mm-mm.
I just want to let you know that my cat is now licking the tag team title. I thought it was funny.
My cat was literally hitting the bell around, so that was what the ringing was.
Well, let me tell you, be careful of your animals. Last night I was in my podcast studio and my daughter opens the door and my dog runs in here, and I have a 1-year-old. Well, she'll be 1 year old next month. She's a standard poodle, so she's like a fucking horse. And she comes in and she jumps on one ring light, and that one ring light is connected to the monitor, which is connected to the laptop, which is connected to the iPad, which is connected to the other 3 ring lights in the room. And she literally pulls everything off the fucking desk.
Damn.
I'm sitting here like this. No, it went in slow motion, bro. Everything fell down. I got like $1,000 worth of damage. And then Don looks at me like, oops. I was like, get out. So yeah.
I'm curious though how they're going to portray the Gunther character though. Like are they going to treat this like it's not a thing, like it's just his name's Gunther and we move on now? Or are we going to see an actual character change with Walter going to Gunther? So it's going to be interesting to see the
WWE. They never
presentation
change
of
anything. They don't change anything. You're Gunther. That's it. You're Gunther. Like, okay, what do I do? Nothing different. Nothing. You're just Gunther. We didn't think this through.
It's almost like that last name too, though.
I mean, well, I don't know. I mean,
he's like Cher. He just needs one name.
I mean, he only had one name, Walter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I didn't like the way it ended with that whole thing. And he did it like in an angry fashion. He's like, "Oh, my name's Gunther," and that was it. Like, okay, so now what?
It's going to be interesting to see if this was a collaboration change, if this was WWE making the change, or if it was him asking for a change. It'd be very interesting to see why this is happening now.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Because
I haven't been on Twitter yet to see. I haven't been on Twitter yet to see the backlash of Gunther. So,
you don't go on Twitter for backlash. Come on, it's the most positive place on earth.
Twitter is the most toxic place on earth, man. I'd rather drink a bottle of bleach. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end all be all of NXT 2.0. In my opinion, it was actually a decent show. For someone that doesn't watch NXT, I would much rather. I'm going to say this for the 4th time tonight on the podcast. I would much rather watch 2 hours of NXT than 3 hours of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. When was the last time you watched Raw?
Yesterday.
Because I didn't find Raw this week that bad. Actually, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Raw this week was ridiculous. But it was less ridiculous than it has been the last 4 or 5 weeks. Look, Phil Lindsay from Grapsody just woke up and said, I took a nap and woke up to all this Gunther stuff 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. Look at this, man. It's all over Twitter already right now. It's already trending on Twitter. Gunther. What the hell?
Now, the Walter Strong match, would you consider that because it was really, really good, like a match of the year, early match of the year candidate so far?
I wouldn't consider that.
Like, are we talking for
I would
WWE?
say,
Or in
Yeah, for
general?
WWE.
Rob Wilkins is so funny. He just posted a meme of it says Friends. Walter is Gunther in the new remake of Friends.
Yeah, that's Rob for you, man.
Oh man, that's so funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, I mean, it's only January 18th, so I guess like it can be, but I mean, there's going to be a lot of matches that'll probably end up pushing it out, and especially matches that involve the artist formerly known as Walter. I guess. I mean, Rollins and Reigns that's gonna be a banger at the Rumble. Like, let's not kid ourselves.
You also got Lashley and Brock too.
Yeah. And I have a feeling Becky and Doudrop actually will be a good match too.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
The Rumble's gonna be a sick show. As long as I don't do something stupid like like Brock Lesnar wins the Rumble, then
Don't even start me on that. Don't even start me on that. I'll tell you right now.
I'll make one prediction early. I think Becky's number 30. Not Becky. Bailey is number 30 because Bailey's gotten quiet pretty much.
Okay.
I would love to see
Becky
Bailey number 1 and go
everybody.
a good one.
I would love Bailey to come back, period, because I miss her. But I here's my thing. If they're trying to put the 4 horsewomen in the main event of WrestleMania, I'm all for it. I'm for it. Have all 4 of them fight each other. I'm for it.
Both titles on the line too.
But why in the fuck is Charlotte Flair the SmackDown Women's Champion in the fucking Rumble in a match that will produce a contender for her title?
I think it's because they're probably going to try to push her to get both titles.
I mean, it's exactly the same reason why Brock was in the Rumble the year McIntyre won it.
Yeah, but Brock wasn't champion.
Brock was WWE champion going into the Rumble.
Really?
Didn't defend the title in the...
Oh, that's right. That's right. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid. Like the Rumble, the Royal Rumble was a creation of Pat Patterson. That creation was to create a number 1 contender for the WWE or the WWF Championship back in that time. It was a contenders match. It was a battle royal to determine a contender to the champion, not the champions in the match. Because what happens if the champion wins the match? Well, there's no fucking WrestleMania main event now.
Well, then they go for the other title.
But why not just say, hey, let's do a champion versus champion match? Because that would make a lot more sense. I think
they should just totally unify both the WWE title and Universal and the women's title. I think
they should unify the women's championship too.
But here's my thing though. Whoever probably eliminates Charlotte, because I think with Charlotte going in, there's no way she's winning. Whoever probably eliminates her will be the one who she defends the title at WrestleMania.
I would like for her to get I would like for Bailey and
I bet you it's Mickie James.
Oh, that would be wrong.
Imagine if Mickie James, who is the TNA Knockouts champion, faces SmackDown's champion at WrestleMania.
Imagine if Mickie James wins and they get pissed and they ship her shit home in a glad bag this time.
Oh, God. I knew something like that was going to be said.
They actually, do you know that since that thing, they actually no longer do that?
Well, they should have did in the first place.
Said on that she was the reason of, like, she's that situation is the reason why they no longer do that stuff now.
Well,
and she also said she is going to use Hardcore Country as a theme song coming out to the Rumble.
Well, they got rid of Carano, so that helped too. Yeah, what a piece of shit. I know personal stories about Carano. He's not a great guy. But that being here nor there, I just don't think that they should have the champions should be involved in a contender thing. And I think that if they're going to do the horsewomen together, maybe Sasha and Bailey go out at the same time at the last.
Sasha's
the
not
last
in the
two.
Rumble. Sasha's not in the
she's
Rumble.
hurt. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
It
Totally ruined my
would be
story.
something that if she gets back, she'll probably be like the Elimination Chamber or something.
That's in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Because, why would North Americans want to see that one, right?
Why would
wouldn't
WWE
Canadians ever want a pay-per-view? Just say.
Thanks.
Hello?
I'll say this much.
Last one was the Hearts, the Canadian Stampede up there when the Hearts did the.
Actually, Edmonton had Backlash after WrestleMania 20.
Oh, wow. Edmonton. Who cares?
It's better than Calgary. Come on.
Whoa. Look at this. See, Parrish.
5-1, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
5-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parrish is going to go into timeout real quick. He'll be right back.
Oh, come on. I'm going to say this much, right? Sasha in Boston at Survivor Series will win a title. It doesn't matter which title.
She'll lose it on Raw the next night.
If it's the tag titles, I don't think so, because they need to do something with those titles.
Those belts are dead in the water, man.
If the belts get their hands on it, they're not.
Those belts died to me when they created the NXT Women's Tag Team belts. That's when those belts died.
I have a feeling the Bellas are going to probably challenge for those at Mania.
I hope not.
No, I don't think anybody who actually loves pro wrestling never want the Bellas to ever wrestle again. Their talent level is worse than the glad garbage bag that Mickey James's stuff was chipped in.
That's horrible.
They suck.
Man. So look, guys, with that being said, it's been an honor and a privilege to be on the show with you. Once again, Throwback and Parachute. It's always nice to see you, my man. Remember, the grass is green on the other side. And the Roundtable Purpose and Podcast, we run predictions, bro. So join the team.
You're trying to take them, even though I asked them already to be on mine. Thank you.
Hey, money talks, man. Money talks.
Money talks and bullshit walks.
Yeah. How much money you want? Canadian dollars.
Yeah. If I had it, like that song from the Bare Naked Ladies, if I had $1 million, I would buy you a house, but not a freaking.
I'll give you 5 Doja coins right now.
Doja doesn't do crap.
It doesn't mean shit. Anyway, yeah, it's awesome privilege to be with you guys. I look forward to doing this predictions warfare. We should probably do it sometime this week, considering the Rumble is next week.
I have Wednesdays off, so we can do it then.
Tomorrow is the Roundtable Person Podcast. Wednesday night Dynamite review, and I will have to get with the boys on the podcast tomorrow. Maybe we can set something up to do it possibly Saturday or Sunday. Well, Sunday I have a wrestling show every Sunday night.
I also have a show on Sunday.
So we could do it Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. That's a fucking lie.
I already sent a message, if you guys could see, and called Pluggo out there saying, hey, dude.
Call him out,
So
man.
we'll see.
Call him out. Call Rob Wilkins out too. I'm over here posting online. Call Maggie. Yeah, tell Maggie I said let's go. I'm gonna get in the chat. I'm gonna get in the chat and just start calling everybody out. Yo, we need to have.
If you don't know, we have a wicked crazy pinfalls chat.
I'm in so many fucking
double
chats, man.
B's in there, and he literally starts stuff, which is awesome because I'll sit there at work and I'll try to catch up reading.
I'm looking at it right, ladies and gentlemen. Look how many chats I'm in. Okay, I am in so many freaking chats right now. I got like 12 chats going off right now, and I'm about to go ham and start challenging everybody in the mom, because see, we're gonna make this Wicked Crazy Championship mean something.
Mm-hmm. I even told Parrish I will mail it to Canada. I even told Drew Nicholas, I'm like, Drew, I will take it to Brooklyn, or you can come up here.
In Brooklyn. They got Spider-Man. They got fucking Captain America. We don't need the belt.
Hell,
Or
I'd
Portland,
send
Oregon
it
got the
to-
franchise. That's it. That's all we got here. I mean, we got
I
the
would
lasers,
send-
but you know.
I'd send it to Rob. Basically, go visit my friend up there.
I mean, exactly. I mean, shit. They got me. The longest reigning
better
NWA
yet,
Continental,
why don't we get
longest reigning Pacific
JPJ
Northwest
on this,
champion?
considering JPJ in the tournament hit 100% on predictions.
Wow. So
And he was from Boston, so he's not that far.
On what show did he hit
yeah,
100%?
where was that at?
Him and Jensen. Him versus Jensen.
What was it
Both of them
online?
hit 100%.
Because he
Was it
definitely
online?
bats a whopping. He sucks on Love Wrestling when he goes up against me.
Wow.
But I
See
mean-
that,
Oh, dude.
Jensen? Whoever you are.
Dude, how about this? Like,
I mean,
let's
he
make
was
it
just like
even-
the Patriots on Sunday, so it's all good.
Oh, thanks. Thank you for digging the knife. How
Dude, my
about
team
this?
didn't even make the
Oh.
playoffs, so it's okay.
How about this? Let's make
Hey,
it even better.
they'll be at the Super Bowl. Don't trust me. They will be there. They will be in the third colonnade seat to the left. They'll be there
They'll be
watching.
paying
it.
those refs.
Let's make it a little bit better. Hey, Spencer Love. I got your boy here, Parrish, with me. I am going to officially at Mania challenge whoever is the winner of the Love Wrestling Championship right here, right now.
Wow.
And then night 2, I will even go one step further. I will challenge the blood bodyslam.net roundtable champion also the next night. Let's have some fun with this. And then whoever wins that title for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls for the community, it will be a lot more fun, because then later this year, I'm going to start saving up. We're going to have another belt being made eventually.
How about we do this? I like what you said about championship. I would do this. Since I am the Roundtable Pros and Podcast Predictions Champion, I will defend the championship at the Royal Rumble. I will defend my championship against that championship, against the Love Wrestling Championship at the Royal Rumble. How about that? Triple threat.
I have to get
all
Spencer
titles
to
on
take
the
that
line.
Love Wrestling Championship off of Taryn from accounting. Then, if she is the current holder.
Damn it.
Because people ask me, like, why didn't I win the Rumble? And I was like, well, Pluggo blows their budget so damn much, I had to drop it to an account to help the company.
Yeah.
It's a fiscal season. You know,
You put the
accountant
a
over.
big quarter. We had to make sure that we were out of the red.
And on top of that, Pluggo
Better
has a
save the
Brock
day, right?
Lesnar contract that he doesn't help out with. He shows up for 20 minutes and then he goes.
Dude, he has like the
that-
Goldberg contract, you know?
Yeah, no, he
Don't
has the
do that.
Brock
Not the
contract. He
Goldberg
wanted
contract.
the Brock.
He
Jews
hurts
negotiated
contract,
way
so-
better. They're the smart ones.
He hurts people? No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Man, he made the Undertaker want to retire? Damn.
I would love
Well,
to
there's a
see
Saudi show
Maggie
coming
in
up
this.
later.
I would
Yeah,
love to
Bret
see
Hart retired.
Lindsay in this. I would love to see Kate in this.
You know what? Let me text
Yeah,
her.
let's
Well,
get more
she's
girls.
on the air right now. I'm not going to bug her while she's on
More
the air, but
chicks.
yeah. Let's get Kate on deck. Let's get her. You know what? Let's do it.
Throwback. You should try to see if LAJ wants to get on it.
We
Every
can try.
championship. Let's find podcasting. Let's find podcasters that have predictions championships. Let's just call ourselves the ultimate predictions champion, like across all streams. Who's the Wrestle Talk? Who's the champion of Wrestle Talk?
I think it's Luke.
No, Luke's the Jam champion. Oh, but it is their predictions championship, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey, you send the tweet out. You've got more clout than I do, man.
Hey, man, I'm just a dude sitting in front of a computer talking to two other dudes who also sit in front of computers. That's all I am.
Mm-hmm.
I also have
I'm-
Star Trek Into Darkness going on
I'm
TV.
trying to watch How I Met Your Father.
They made that?
Yes, apparently it's debuting tonight, and Carl Fredericks from New Japan is watching it right now, And yeah, he just
They
sent me a
really
text.
have bad ideas in TV now.
Bro, it looked good. I mean, shit. I saw it earlier
Also,
today
did
on.
Fuller House, but it's only because everyone developed.
Hey, rest in peace, Bob Saget. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Yeah,
It's true.
and Betty White.
And, oh, man, thank you
It
for
would have been her
being
100th
the
birthday
friend.
yesterday, too.
Should have been the big one, hundo.
Oh, and a throwback, just so you know, I won the tag team title on Drew Brees' birthday. Had to represent.
All
the
I'm
goat.
gonna say is,
The goat.
if you want it, come and get it. It's in Massachusetts right now.
It'll be in Portland, Oregon in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. You know what I'm going to do? I'm literally
Yeah.
going to take that belt.
As
and
he showcases, hey, guess what's going to Edmonton?
I'm going to walk into the ring, and I'm going to say, not only am I the OIWA North American Heavyweight Champion, the best on the
The
indies.
title is
But
so
now
sick
I
of being
am-
in the States and needs free health care up in Canada.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm Canadian, so it's all good because I got dual citizenship. I can take it back and forth. Well,
Yo, it's
Drew
Drew.
Nicholas. Drew Nicholas just said, sad. That's right, Drew. We are calling you
Dude,
out, my
if
man.
you're wide awake at
calling you out.
almost
He's-
midnight Eastern time,
He's
you
wide
can always
awake.
hop on this too, man.
He's scared.
You know what I want, and I'll say this much: I will give it to Drew. Drew in this tournament cut some killer promos in this tournament, and I would
we do
love to
promos
see
too?
him do that.
We do
Yeah,
promos
he
too?
did promos. Like if you look back on the show, like we had RJ City. Or something, Anakin JMT paid a cameo to cut a promo on Drew. It was on the show. It was
Bro.
awesome. But I would love to see Drew bring the bell collector into.
I'm just going to do this because obviously, BB, you can do the same.
Yep. I was gonna do this one.
Throwback, you're doing the same. Hey, Drew, these are what original championships look like, not
Yeah.
WWE.com.
Hey, Drew, do this. Go and Google NWA Bad Blood. Wikipedia, longest reigning NWA Continental Heavyweight Champion in history. Longest reigning NWA Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Champion in history. 5-time NWA Heritage Champion. Current OIWA North American Champion. Oh, and the AIWF American Champion. I've held it longer than anyone in the history of that company, too. See, when I get belts, they don't just call me the history maker, the record breaker, and the franchise player for a reason. I get belts. I hold them bitches until I want to give them up. This prediction championship is
The
going to be mine
CNWA
forever.
provincial title I had, nobody actually beat me for it. The company just folded because they blew their budget trying to find guys for it.
He's like, well, I'm the longest reigning champion because that company closed.
Like, shit,
Oh,
man,
here
you're
we
too
go.
good. We got to get out of business now.
Is
And
he
I
trying to get
drank and
on?
got fat. Great.
Is Drew trying to get on?
Now I hold the tag team championship with a 17-year-old kid. That's how good I am.
You hear that, Drew? We got gold. More gold than a pawn
My
shop.
partner doesn't even have pubes, Drew. Come on, you can do it.
Man, the dude has his balls haven't dropped, Drew. Come on, you can do it. Well, I guess Drew is scared. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on another exciting edition of NXT 2.0, brought to you by bodyslam.net. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We love the fact that you come and you watch this show week after week after week, dealing with the craziness that we talk about on professional wrestling. So you know what you can do for us, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to donate to bodyslam.net to keep this website going, so we can continue to bring you a wide variety of entertaining variety of professional wrestling and
Hold
MMA
on
content.
before you close. He's saying, hold on, I'm scared.
Go to
Well, that's a
I
question
love
you
you.
have.
You're a good friend.
Go to www.slamchats.com because Drew Nicholas is scared.
I don't poke the bear because he'll bring out that freaking
Bear.
head of the table and one he
Listen,
did.
listen.
How about that, Drew?
How about we
He's
bring
the head of the
Hook? 'Cause
kids' table. Come on.
Hook pokes. He pokes bears too, and he kicks out of their finishers. So yeah. Come on, Drew. You know what? We need to take this to Twitter. We need to let the
Oh,
Twitterverse
God.
know that Drew is scared to defend. Oh, whoa! Oh, hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up before we get off the air. I think we poked the bear. Did we poke the bear? Did we really poke the bear?
Please don't.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't.
Big Money Drew's in the house.
First off, my
Welcome,
friend,
Drew.
I am
Welcome.
sorry. I'm innocent in all this.
Look, Drew.
You started
Before we get off on any kind of tangent, let's just be honest. Throwback threw you under the bus.
Oh, I
He
didn't. I
said
said Drew
that
is
Yoda. He said that Grogu having fake WWE belt carrying loser of a predictions champion. I was like, bro, didn't call him out.
Yeah, you're
There it
putting
is.
words in my mouth. I said he cut it in this tournament. The best promos ever in this tournament. Like literally, he put in a lot of thought,
thought you
and
said he
I
was like
really
Tony Romo.
appreciate it. Oh, dude, like
Paris, didn't he
it
say he
was
was like
insane.
Tony Romo?
No, I think he said something about Mitch Trubisky.
Oh shit, that's worse.
You think you're also smart with these sports references? Like I give a shit about that? Please.
What, are you constipated? You don't give a shit?
Oh man. I'll send you some brownies. Don't worry about
Anyway,
it.
it's nice for me to be making my body slam debut today. That's really cool.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm sure Cassidy will be fine with us. So what's this about Pluggo having higher billing than me?
I'm saying that you have a higher billing than Pluggo. Pluggo
That's
keeps
not
saying he
what
can
you
outplug
said.
anything.
I gotta agree with
But
that
also,
guy.
also taking in this account, Pluggo is also from the United States. Therefore, he commands American dollars. Spencer runs a promotion in Canada, making Canadian dollars. So the exchange rate's also there too.
But also the best part about Drew being in the Northeast is that if he says, "Hey, I want that belt. I need you to freaking drop it off," I'll drive to Brooklyn and drop it off. He already knows that.
Before you were known on Body Slam as the franchise, I was actually the franchise over at Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. So it's it'll be very interesting to see me again.
boy.
I mean, this guy over here, he's got nice hair and all. I don't really care about him that much. But
Yeah, don't hate me because Maggie's thirst for me is real.
That
I
was
mean-
funny. I loved it.
I mean, all right, let's be real. Maybe I thirsted a little bit too.
How
but
about
that's
how about
beside the
this? Why don't we make this whole thing that for Rumble make it a five-way team?
Oh my god, this is like day one. We're just adding.
Right? Man, down
I
since day
will
one-ish.
I will take Parrish.
By the time of the Rumble, it's gonna be like a 69 way.
I will take
It's gonna be
Parrish.
weird.
I don't mind.
I am
Right.
asking Drew now. As much as I hated being the target on the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, bring him back. Bring the head of the table back for one night only.
You want the head of the table back?
One night only.
So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Since how you're big money, and you obviously like winning, and I like that. I like winners.
I know what
Okay,
you're doing.
let me tell you.
I
about
don't care
winners.
if we go to 12:30. This is fun.
Let me tell you about winners. You see all those belts in the trophy case behind me? I'm a winner. Parrish, show him what you got there, buddy. Show him what you got there. Parrish is a winner. You smell like a winner. You smell like good, big, good money there, buddy.
Survivor. Woo!
So this is what I propose. Why don't you join the winning team? Because you
He's
see,
poaching the Wicked Crazy Pinfall.
because you see, winners hang out with winners, from a franchise to a franchise, to the best on the indies, to the big money man himself. Me and Parrish, we already got a deal. We're Canadians. We love each other. Canadians love each other. Why don't you join the winning team? You don't like Boston. You're New Yorker. Come on, you don't like Boston. Who likes Boston?
That is a fact. That is true.
No one likes Boston. They got fucking tea up there. There's fucking tea
Yeah.
parties. Come on, we don't need no tea
The
parties.
Rangers won their cup in '94 because they got all their players from the Oilers. We helped
There
you.
you go. There you go. Now,
Where's
Okay,
that
again,
rubber mallet
the
that I
sports
need?
references, they do nothing for me. It's
okay,
just,
so I'll put it to you this way. Do you like money?
money
Do
is
you like,
nice.
do you like prestige? Do you like being known as a winner?
Well, I can't take John Alba's stuff away from him. He's the
Yeah, we
prestigious one.
don't fuck John. Not John Alba. But do you like being known as a winner, right?
I do. Yeah.
You want to be the head of the table?
Again,
I will acknowledge you as the head of the table in Brooklyn. All you got to do is join the winning team, the Coalition of Champions, Kings, Cock. Coalition of Championship Kings. That's what we are.
I'm screwed. Let's just leave it at that.
We're the
Hey, man.
coalition of kings.
The
So-
Coalition of Champions and Kings.
So we're
COCK.
cock.
Cock. We're the cocks
Okay.
of professional
Shut
wrestling.
up.
Oh boy, where's Maggie when you need it? Oh yeah, she's in Bulgaria. It's a different time zone.
Hey, I'm just saying. 3 champs with straps. He's pulling it out too. The Blue Universal
We're the
title.
Strappians.
I have the red one
the
upstairs.
Strappians. Come on.
You know, it's interesting because I rarely put this around my shoulder these days.
I think you put that around your shoulder, like maybe at Christmas a little bit. At Christmas when we did the Christmas show.
Oh yes, that's right. I did do that. I already forgot because of how insignificant you can be at times.
Boom. Let me drop
But
this
you
mic real
know,
quick.
I feel loved.
Boston sucks. Boston is like one of the worst places in the world. It might even be worse than Jersey.
Wow.
I'm from Lowell, dude. That's different.
And you know, the thing is, Parrish, you've got your real championship, and you've got a nice little collection of
It's actually
plastic
real Canadian
behind you.
wrestling.
Five real life championships.
Throwback,
Title
you
actually
know,
says real on it.
you've got, you know, that thing that was supposed to go up here, but Baby Yoda took that spot, so I'm going to find a new spot for that.
No, don't worry, because when we win it, you will share it. I'll ship it to you for a month. Then you ship it to me. Then we ship it to Parrish. Then he ships it back to you. Then ships it back to me. Then back to Parrish. There it is.
I don't know if you know Tim Traver, probably not, because he's not in our Wicked Crazy Pinfalls chat that much. But the day that I wore my custom New York Yankees Jeter jersey, and I became the franchise for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, Tim Traver tried to get me to join his group, his little group, which is kind of like dissipated at this point because, you know, nobody really likes each other over there. But
That's I'm gonna say that because now my temper is boiling. That's bullshit. You know that. We all like each other.
well, you know, Maggie makes it lively. But I have to say, I'm not really a team guy. You know, I like to beat to my own drum. And oh wow, this really does feel nice. I have to do this more. The thing of it is that all of you have really nice belts around your shoulders and your bookcases that are behind you. And I don't know where yours is, Parrish, but I feel bad for it.
It's, you know, on my waist because champions wear their titles around their waist.
Yeah, we don't carry them to the ring. That's what losers do.
So,
Well, I mean, it's too close to things that shouldn't be touched. But that's beside the point. The point is
you
that
just don't know what I have below this title. That's the mystery.
no, I have something in bed, so you know, I can deal with
I
that.
do
I
too.
don't
My
need
wife's
yours.
upstairs. Great. So that's another thing we have common, though. We got stuff waiting for us on the other side. So
Yeah,
Break on
that is
through.
true. That is
Break
true.
on through, my friend.
The thing is that
fame comes with
while
the
I
bill.
might not agree with a lot of things going on in WWE right now, this title is the most prestigious title. I don't care what title you hold. I don't care what title you hold. I don't care what title you hold. I certainly don't care what title you hold, mister, or lay on your junk. Oh, somebody else too. You know, if you have a title, that's nice, but it's not this one. It's not this one. And throwback, you want the head of the table back after everything that I put you through.
I want it on the Wicked Crazy Pinfall side because that's familiar. that you, and I'm not sugarcoating and stuff like that. I know we're on air, but you are literally like one of the closest friends I have in real life on here, besides with Rob and stuff like that in that chat. You guys are all family to me. This is not me bravado character. This is honesty. So, I mean, I want people like you, Pluggo. I want the originals that were on the show from day one. If we're going to call this the Rumble, we're going to call it the Day One Rumble. Because I want the originals. I don't want anybody who hasn't been on the show for more than a certain amount of time. Hell, I'm going to call out one person. I know it's going to be a no. Ray Callahan, come home, man. It would be an honor to have you back. And I want the original people on the show. I want Anakin, Pluggo, Drew, Maggie. I want those people that have been there since day one. Rob Wilkins, throughout the last almost 2 years of this. And I'm very honest. You guys are all in that chat family to me. That's not bullshit. So I want the head of the table back one night only and go rickshaw on everybody and have the originals take over. That's what I want.
Sorry, I had to delete somebody's comment in the Fightful thing, but that's I was listening to him. I will choose my side later. Now, I'm going to sit on this a little bit, because as much
That
as
is very, very good.
as much as Throwback just put me over and made me smile and make me feel all nice. He's still from Boston and he still sucks. But I'll think about it. I'll think about if the head of the table needs to come out because, I retired that after a little while. I spent a good May to maybe like August up until SummerSlam as the head of the table for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, and boy, those promos were something, weren't they?
I told you.
Mm-hmm. They were.
That last one you did was killer. And I even told you privately it too. It was insane.
So I'm going to think about it because, the people on who would be on your team, they don't like me very much. And they also probably don't want the head of the
But
table
my
back.
team likes you.
Oh, no, your team doesn't like me either. That's the thing. Your team doesn't like me. And boy, if you trust me, if you were around when I was the head of the table, you wouldn't like me either. Parrish knows, right, buddy?
I know.
You're also the guy who said he doesn't want to take my finisher.
I can see
so
it.
The head of the table to me doesn't sound like head of the table if he's not wanting to take it. So the way I look at it, that's a little bit inferiority going on.
I'm not saying I'm not willing to take it. I'm not saying whose I'm taking yet.
You like to make it sound like you had a choice.
The head of the table has a choice.
If you step in the ring with me, you're taking my finisher.
Oh, don't get me all hot and bothered now, please.
I'm just saying. The reason why I step in the ring, I win these, is because guys take my finisher. Get the job done. And you want to surround yourself with people who get the job done. If you want to surround yourself by no one and just play, like you said, with the beat of your own drum, well, nobody likes solo drummers that well. Look at Tommy Lee. He just bangs really ugly women on yachts. Instead, when he joins up with other winners, he becomes a motley crew. So when you think about this, think about the fact that you can actually become ahead of a bigger table, head of the biggest table, head of the world's largest table. You can't do that on your own. You need help.
Interesting proposition there.
remember this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Go with the team that wants to make you the head of the table. Go with the team that wants to make you a champion. Go with the team that wants to make you an icon. Think about it like this. An icon, an inspiration to many to follow. Think about that. Think about being the Mount Rushmore of predictions. The Mount Rushmore. You can go with the champs, or you can go with the chumps. All depends on you.
Throwback, do you have any words of encouragement
don't
for me
worry
to
about
choose?
what Throwback has to say, because you know what? At the end of the day, you know where the money is. You know where the prestige is. You know where true greatness is. It is with Team COCK.
All I'm going to say is at the end of the day, your family. And whatever you decide, Drew, I'll support you 100%. And that's what real family does. You've seen me at my worst, my real worst. These two guys can't say that. As Elgato de Fantasma says, you're El Familia. So whatever you decide, it doesn't matter if you go with Parrish and BB or whatever you decide. I'll support your decision 100% because that's what a real family does and real friends do.
Let me ask you something, Big Money Drew. Are you up on Greek mythology, like Greek history and things like that, like Julius Caesar? And are you up on that? Are you up on the Roman history?
To be honest, no, I'm never very well
Okay,
educated.
well, let me put it you this way.
Yeah.
Let me put it you this way. There's a phrase that has been uttered by Caesar. Et tu, Brute? You know what that means? You too, Brutus? Brutus was like Caesar's best friend. He was the man. He was the one that watched his back. He was the Marty Jannetty to Shawn Michaels. And look what happened there. Did you see any barbershop windows anywhere? See any knives plunged in your back? Think about that. We're talking money.
I'll just say this: there's always that added phrase: if a tree falls down and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? If you're the head of the table, but there's no one sitting by you, are you really eating anything?
That is a good analogy. Think about that. God damn it, Parrish, you are the man. I just want to be the man sitting next to the man sitting next to the man. And Big Money Drew is the man. So let us help you. Allow me to help you to help me to help you. Sit at the table.
Show me the money.
Man. Bling bling. Think about that.
I have
Parrish
thoughts.
got belts. I got belts. You need one more. Think about that.
I will make my decision on this soon. Not making it right now.
Hey, I respect.
Gotta let you have a taste of it.
I respect that. He's giving us a little nibble. That's cool. I like the taste. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this extra long edition of NXT 2.0 live on bodyslam.net. For Throwback, the champ down there, Mr. Parrish himself, and the big money man himself, the head of the table, Drew. This is your boy, The Franchise. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. AEW Rampage. AEW Dynamite with The Franchise. Peace.